Hello everyone and welcome to Credar. With me today I have the TVS Raider Commuter class motorcycle. 125cc segment में ये motorcycle position हो रही है and just look at it. It is a very different and striking looking motorcycle. 125cc segment की जो motorcycles हैं, we have always thought that they are very vanilla like. But this is a very unique flavor for that commuter segment and we really like it because it does stand out from the crowd. दिखने में ये actually एक 150cc class motorcycle नजर आती है. In this video, we are going to tell you if this 125cc commuter is worth your money. But before we deep dive into the features and before we tell you all that you need to know about this bike, first listen to the exhaust note because that is also very pleasing and for a 125cc class motorcycle ये exhaust note काफी लोगों को जरूर पसंद आएगी. And when we start the engine, also notice that this bike, thanks to the ISG, has a very silent start. So once I touch the starter button, listen to this very carefully now. Very quietly comes to life and then you can straight away listen to this very throaty exhaust note. ये एग्जॉस्ट साउंड जो है आपको बाइक चलाते समय आपके फुल फेस हेलमेट में भी सुनाई देगा एंड इन माय बुक्स दिस इज द मोस्ट noteworthy exhaust note of a 125cc class commuter motorcycle here in the Indian market. Quite a different looking motorcycle, isn't it? Now let me tell you all about the features that you get with this TVS Raider.
As of date, the TVS Raider is available in two variants with prices starting from roughly 83,000 bucks ex showroom. TVS is also planning a higher priced variant with a color display speedometer cluster and Bluetooth connectivity, but the launch date of that model is not confirmed yet. When it comes to looks, the TVS Raider is probably the most unique and good looking motorcycle in the 125cc class in our opinion. Yes, it is not the typical mass market design language which works in an inoffensive manner, but this new radical design language will surely appeal to someone who wants a funky commuter, especially the younger audience. Even the size of the motorcycle is more comparable to 150cc class bikes because of the visual bulk. Features include a full LED headlamp with wicked looking LED DRLs, multi-spoke alloy wheels, fiber fuel tank with a shape that looks very premium and from a class above, floating tank shrouds, split and step-up seat design, pillion grab rail in a dark finish, silver exhaust heat shield, telescopic front forks, LED tail lamps, conventional bulb type turn indicators, Raider branding on the side panel, blacked out theme for the engine and other hardware, forged brake and clutch levers, rear monoshock, front pedal disc brake and a body colored engine underbelly cowl. The TVS Raider 125 gets a full digital speedometer cluster which shows you information such as tachometer, speedometer, gear position indicator with shift assist, side stand indicator, helmet reminder, trip meters, mileage info, distance to empty, clock, service reminder, auto start stop indicator, top speed recorder and more. This probably is the most detailed yet uncluttered speedometer cluster in the 125cc class. On the right hand side switchgear, you will also notice a power mode selector instead of an engine kill switch. You also get a very useful USB charging port placed on the tank and the storage space under the pillion is also very well carved out. If we have to find a negative point, we would have liked a larger tail lamp unit which could have made the bike look more substantial from the rear end.
Now this is a good looking motorcycle. This is a different looking motorcycle. But does it have enough go to meet the show? Let us now talk about the engine and performance.
Powering the TVS Raider is a 124.8cc single-cylinder air-oil-cooled motor producing 8.37 kilowatts of power at 7,500 rpm and 11.2 Nm of torque at 6,000 rpm matched to a 5-speed gearbox. Backed by a 10-liter fuel tank and mileage which will range between 60 to 70 kmpl, you will not need frequent refueling stops with this stylish looking commuter. Now, most might wonder that the oil cooler is not visible. That is because TVS has very smartly created aero fins on the engine casing section to keep cost under check while still delivering better thermal efficiency for this motor. A first for this segment are the two riding modes, Eco and Power. Your rev limit is also different in both these modes and your throttle input is also tweaked. Eco will deliver best mileage with a linear power delivery, while in Power mode, you will get all access to the motor's power for a higher top speed and better acceleration. The speedometer cluster also shows you which mode you have selected and you can switch between these modes on the fly. But for the mode maps to switch, you will have to cut the throttle for activation. Overall, refinement levels are fantastic and the performance feels almost on par with 150cc class bikes. Especially in power mode, the TVS Raider has really good grunt for your city runs. TVS claims a 0 to 60 sprint time of 5.9 seconds for this motorcycle. Adding to the refinement bit is the 3-valve engine setup with ISG, which results in a very silent start. The engine also comes with auto start-stop functionality so that you can save fuel when at a signal. The start-stop function works smoothly and it will not make you uncomfortable in traffic snarls. Torque delivery lower down the rev range is good and you can easily ride in a higher gear at lower speeds without the engine knocking.
So the numbers are impressive, the looks are impressive. Now let's talk about how this entire package comes along. Let's talk about the ride and handling.
Rider's triangle of the TVS Raider is a little sporty by commuter bike standards. You sit upright, but the foot pegs are mildly rear set, keeping you in a more engaged riding stance. Don't get us wrong though, this is still very comfortable for all-day riding. It is just unlike the other vanilla commuters in the segment. With a 123 kg curb weight, the TVS Raider is a very light and effortless motorcycle to manage while riding and even when at parking speeds. Ground clearance is at 180mm, rear monoshock is 5-step adjustable and at the front you get telescopic forks without any adjustment. As per commuter bike standard, the suspension does have a firm edge to it, but it is still very reasonable as a daily rider. You will not feel the ride quality to be stiff to leave you tired by the time you reach your college or office. Also, the seat is very comfortable and there is ample room to move around. The chassis of this bike is super communicative and this TVS Raider is eager to enter a corner with confidence. You might actually feel short on power because everything else on this bike encourages you to do more. The TVS Remora tires had more than enough grip to keep this motorcycle well within our control. Our only complaint is that the TVS Raider does not get ABS but comes only with combi brake system. On a bike which is surprisingly well equipped, we wish that TVS did not try to slip under the 125cc rule to skip this crucial safety feature. Nevertheless, braking performance is adequate and the bike stops well within controllable limits. There is ample room on the pillion seat too, so two-up riding is not going to be a squeeze.
So guys, what is your opinion? क्या आपको ये TVS Raider मोटरसाइकिल पसंद आई? क्या आपको लगता है कम्यूटर सेगमेंट के लिए ये मोटरसाइकिल जो है is it going to be good enough? Will you be happy on your daily commutes on such a product? Will you spend your hard-earned money and bring this home? अगर आपके और कोई सवाल है, ask me in the comments and I will try my best to help you out. Subscribe to the Credar channel, press that bell icon, always ride safe and always guys, wear your helmets.